I once knew a spy.
Spies. You're spy.
She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, an anti-personal mind in human form. Her friends called her Herschel, but to her controllers, she was Cascade. Portofino 91, the whole sick crew. A disaster untold, a black page in the official records. Reports of how it went down remain contested, inconclusive. All that's certain, it began with a phone call and ended with 6 spies lost. Some say she blew the network herself. Others blame structural factors or transnational capital. The rest just shake their heads as they look down on the smashed and leaking world. Some fool dropped it. One of ours, probably. She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever. Most thought. 5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino. Because I asked them to. There is a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief. No one special. Just an arm-like sack of cytoplasm. A special move unique to single-cell organisms. But before that, I was like you. A spy for the People's Republics. One of the varieties of mankind. Right here. In an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop. In the city-state of Portofino. This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come. I got caught with my pants down. On the plus side, I no longer have to worry about independent thought or movement. Don't blame yourself, operant. Whatever happens has already happened.
Displayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm as he stares beyond you, unblinking. Alive, yet not alive. His eyes are fixed glassily on the ceiling. Cream paint, peeling slightly. A small room in a city past its prime. Nothing to suggest why the man is so interested in it. No response, no jolt, no tremor. They're going to pin this on you, obviously. That's why you're here. This is a big setup. The green of long corroded copper. As for the face around the eyes, his jaw hangs slack, his glasses askew. The lopsided headphones accentuate a large bald spot atop his crown. Stiff-collared shirt, a snug brown jacket, and nothing below the waist but a pair of red briefs. As your eyes reach his feet, You notice that the man is also wearing 3 layers of socks, each slightly shorter than the one beneath it. There is no smell of alcohol, nor any open containers, no drug paraphernalia either, just a loose cord trailing to the stereo system. It reminds you of a cosmonaut's safety tether. Your fingers detect a faint, steady pulse within the base of his wrist. Elevated, but not critical. When in theatre, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed. Then the body is disobedient and must be brought to order. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges. If so, he will have to become something else entirely. You both exist now in different futures. However he ended up like this, the result is the same. Operant lost. Clipped to the inside flap of his jacket, you find a laminated badge, emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads, Esteman T. Below that, a title, IMX Lead Hosiery. Sock merchant for the IMX Bureau, one of the Operant Bureau's most battle-tested covers. Reliable core, though operants are encouraged to submit new proposals for in-theatre practices, if so inclined. 3 other things of note: a slip of paper, a business card, and a rock-hard piece of candy. A wrapped-up rectangle of compressed sugar. It's so hard that your fingers cannot make an impression, no matter how much you strain. It takes 5 jaw tenses before you manage to shatter it. Sugary daggers jab the inside of your mouth. After a few more game attempts to chew, it takes all the will you possess to swallow the jagged clot. Its aftertaste contaminates your mouth. It's a purchase order for 10 socks, made out to Carmuna Pessoa, Fashions and Garments Bootleg Bazaar. Bootleg Bazaar. No coordinates found. Some kind of marketplace, and not one you've ever been to. It's a lead in any case. You just need a local to direct you. The slip of paper grows heavy in your hand. It feels like a baton. The card is cheap and scuffed. It reads, all you need is miracle, above a cartoonish image of disembodied lips at a phone receiver. Notably absent is an actual phone number. There's an indecipherable scribble. Into your pocket it goes. You retract your hand from the man's pockets. A snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side of his chin. The people's spy cannot be caught shirking. Time to escalate. This silent treatment constitutes a Class A war crime against you. Time for intervention. Physical. You grab him by his skinny shoulders and heave him upright, his head lolling backwards as he rises. This non-reaction is alarmingly reactionary. If keeping him is no gain, then losing him is no deficit. If there's any fucking going on around here, this man is instigating none of it. He lands in an awkward position, a cut-string puppet, bony hips raised to the air like antennas. Flaunting a reactionary pose, furthering so. Leave the brief hog where he lies. He does not respond, though if you didn't know any better, his deserted eyes seem to be urging you towards the bathroom. A drop of blood shines on his lip. He must have bitten his tongue on the way down. Out of his chair he looks smaller, more fragile, and deeply lost. Thousands of miles away, his mother flinches in her sleep. Saliva leaks from the corner of the man's mouth and pools on the floor. Your double didn't notice your arrival. He doesn't notice your departure either. Following the cord from the unconscious man's headphones, you come to a mid-sized home stereo resting on a sideboard. Through the translucent view panel, you see a single red disc loaded in place. On the face of the disc are the words, "Ultravioletta, you but from a dream," handwritten on thin strips of tape. You don't recognize the artist. The disc is loaded, ready to tell you. The chunky button makes a satisfying little thunk as you push it in. The discus begins to turn. You know because the spindle was rotating, though the speakers don't produce any sound at all. No sound, save the thin layer of static that lines the inner cables. It doesn't appear to be. The disc is spinning the way it's meant to. The music player blinks, slowly. Or do you? You can't tell. The silence is being overtaken by a different silence, like the slow darkening of night across the wall of an empty room. This new silence seeps into every corner of your body, loosening fixtures, rattling drawers. There is still no sound, but in your mind an image forms of a blasted heath, a smouldering circle at its center. Figures in tattered robes stagger and sway on the horizon. Your mind blanks, the power grid ravaged by an unseen, faraway storm. The same day you were just living. A second-floor studio apartment above the Photo 24 while you wait film lab. Or no, slowly, you return to yourself. The apartment looks the same, just about. The The static quiets as you reset the volume. A brief internal hum, then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and wait. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket. As you turn away, a phone begins to ring. You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates in your palm. A peculiar species of static washes over your ear. The exquisite work of the magic box, one of the proudest achievements of the Opera's Technical Services Office. Half a world away, a familiar voice splits into 256,000 encrypted fragments before coalescing again by your ear.
Please tell me you have good news.
The voice of authority.
Operant Cascade, you made it. Your voice hasn't changed. We'll get to your problem in a moment. Put Pseudopod on the line.
You glance over at the man face down on the floor. This is wrong. You shouldn't be here. This should be happening to someone else. You feel the receiver slipping from your sweaty palm. For a moment, no one says anything. There's no sound at all save for the blood in your ear and the electrostatic hum of the ultra-long-distance connection.
Has he been zeroed out?
Eliminated, killed, rendered inoperant.
Very odd. Why would he be listening to a blank disc? Probably a manufacturing defect. I don't see how a disc could have anything to do with Pseudopod's condition. That doesn't tell us much. What else? So what? Your cover was meant to be sock importers. Excuse me, why the fuck are we talking about socks? Pity purchase? Is that some sort of joke? I'll ask one more time. Is your double zeroed out?
You must speak the word. She cannot make the determination herself. 5,000 kilometers away, in a small office deep underground, a mid-level controller of the Operant Bureau leans forward and cups a hand over her earpiece.
Cascade, is your double zeroed out or not? Yes, you do. Is he zeroed out, Operant? Right. I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? Or is this just another day at the basement massage parlor of Spy Services? The Opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to Satellite Facility B.
AKA the Freezer, the Opera's labyrinthine archival complex, where the old, useless and discredited are consigned until they're dismissed or die of despair.
That's exactly the problem. You haven't got Pseudopod and you haven't got the assignment either. Listen to me. This assignment is over, effective immediately. The woman in the photo shop downstairs, Constance, she's one of ours. Let her deal with Pseudopod. As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
Even as your controller is speaking, Your mind is settling back into familiar grooves. The old mechanisms slide and click into position. Something about the strange red disc nags at the edge of your consciousness. Perhaps the room contains other leads as well. No way things have gone this bad this quickly. There's only one possible explanation.
Simulation. That's a new one.
Precisely what the facilitator of a simulation would be required to say.
What you're describing is utterly deluded. I can't even imagine how you think that's supposed to work. I've never asked you for any such thing. There should still be flights departing for Superblock territory tonight. Make sure you're on one of them. That's great, because you're not actually supposed to do anything. This assignment is over. Get on the next tram. Then you're going to end up like Pseudopod. Zeroed out. Your choice.
A click, and the line goes dead. A pair of men's trousers are hung delicately over the shower rail. If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far. Brown, shapeless, utterly unremarkable. The front and back pockets are completely empty. Your hoist-in must have compressed his lungs somehow. Unless... You discover a small extra pocket inside the front right pocket. You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a neatly folded sheet of paper. The page is notebook-sized and half a cipher. The language of spies. You've carried papers like this, folded up and hidden away in secret pockets and compartments. One of the many mysteries concerning men's trousers. He was trying to smooth out creases with shower steam. You leave the trousers as they were. This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. A startlingly red folder stands out against the clutter. A small label in the top left corner is printed with one word. Your cryptonym. Cast. Your hand hesitates. The folder opens with a whoosh. Before you in neat monospace type, your life is condensed to its barest elements. Name Will Kershaw, cryptonym Cascade. Born Landau, former Republic of Mercia. Dependents none. Pay class D2. Years of service 14. All true. None of it useful just now. Childhood, bourgeois, typical. History of student radicalism led to persecution by monotheist reactionaries. Fled to People's Republic of Kohila. Embraced post-historical materialism. In short, born capitalist, reborn communist. Medical record. History of dissociative episodes and reckless action. Gunshot, chest, retained bullet, 10mm, pre-service. Sexuality, homosexual tendencies, unconfirmed. Suicide risk minimal, ideation only. End of list. According to this file, that's all there is to you. According to the opera's remembrances, raw facts are the totality of your being. There's another page behind this one. It's labelled Service History. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site. In just a few words, the worst failure of your life is reduced to bureaucratic shorthand. Previous assignment, Portofino 88 to 91. Network, whole sick crew. Operants, Cascade. Assets. Obvious. The Opera wanted him to know what sort of spy he'd be working with. A secret the Opera has elected to keep from itself. Most recent assignment, Novessa, 91 to present. Satellite Facility B. Status inactive. The folder shuts itself with a tiny sigh. Amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout containers, you find an opened pack of cigarettes. Suprema 100s, cheap superblock export. There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Suprema 100s. It's like any other found in commissaries and corner stores across the People's Republics. There are a few mangled filters in the ashtray. You leave the cigarettes where you found them. You turn away from the desk.
Enough! You're blacklisted. Take your sick little games elsewhere.
Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. I'm not trying to take your innocence.
Does that poor girl even know what you're up to?
You have a wild imagination. A little photo should not count as a crime. It's not like it's a loaded gun or something.
The woman casts a split-second glance in your direction.
Stark realities that prevent me from pursuing my interests. Also racism, maybe.
A crackle of recognition behind his eyes as they meet yours. Nowhere. You've never seen this man before in your life.
What?
She's probably another victim of your so-called street art.
What a full spectrum question. Perhaps you've been huffing photochemicals with this confused woman. Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this extreme stress I'll now carry through my day.
He gives you one more glance as he leaves, garish coat flapping behind him.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
Despite the flowy garments and artistic scarf around her neck, there is hardness to this woman's expression.
Nobody. A seedy little oddity who likes making fantastical threats. Probably just his lascivious aura. He's a local specimen. I doubt he ever gets out of Kisak.
You've not seen the last of him. The two of you are bound by a hideous orange thread.
Ah, while I have it here, this is the screwdriver pseudopod requested. For the fax machine.
This toolkit looks so empty, barely usable in its current state. Fortunately, it appears highly expandable. She gestures towards the monstrous off-white plastic machine behind you.
Speaking of, where is your double?
This woman could be a valuable source of information if you can prise it from her. She's just the housekeeper. Who cares? A few threats and she'll tip right over.
Firing squads? What is this?
An informal people's tribunal. Maybe another push? She seemed like she was about to crack there.
This is madness, Operant. Pseudopod cleared me himself. Bring him down here. He'll clear this up straight away. Where is Pseudopod, actually?
It's possible this photo lady's made of sterner stuff than you realized. Probably.
Yes? What is it? My God. You're saying he's... I don't know what that means.
Shock. Bewilderment. Your cue.
What do we do, Operant? I've never seen this before.
Meaning Pseudopod must have brought it here.
But it's just a disc. How can that be? I must say, it doesn't look like a regular disc like you buy at the shops. This looks more like a bootleg. It was yesterday, when he returned for the evening. He looked stressed, like he was shouldering a great burden. No, not depressed. Pseudopod was a very good teacher. He said it would fall on me to see after any operants who are incapacitated in theatre. I wonder, did he ever suspect he was talking about himself? Absolutely not. Nobody's been upstairs except yourself and Pseudopod. I can assure you, Operant. Oh dear, I could use a rag. I haven't the faintest idea. I'm adrift. Pseudopod struck me as an absolute professional and very cautious. I suppose I could move him to the spare room down here. That way I can keep an eye on him.
She doesn't respond, but looks down as her cheeks flush deep crimson.
A doctor. Right. Good thinking. Dr. Hugo would help. He runs a houseboat clinic in the back ways to the west of the old docks, past the waterlock. I can't really say for certain. He kept things very close, as he was supposed to. Have you tried the Bootleg Bazaar? He was down there yesterday.
The bootleg bazaar. That matches the purchase order you found on his body.
It may well have. I'm sure there's a disc vendor down there.
On the contrary, asking the wrong question can hurt quite a lot. Still, a lead is better than no lead.
It's where all the knockoffs and illegal imports come make their way into the city. It's only sprung up in the last few years. Part of the whole mania of all things Lusian. He said he intended to interview some of the vendors. I can't tell you what he was after precisely. You can practically see it from the front door, due south, in the ruins of the old Essilk factory. Head west from the roundabout. If by some chance you find yourself in Party Alley, it means you've gone the wrong way. Anything for the assignment. Was there anything else?
Where's Nestor? Autopharaoh's supreme leader never had a state funeral, but hasn't been seen
Very well.
since his third exile 10 odd years previous.
Forgive me, is this some kind of test?
He is alive.
Shouldn't you be the one advancing thesis and so forth?
90s at least.
Yes, that much is clear.
She gives you a nod.
It's that little amber light. It means out of order, and I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning it. Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication, as precious to our work as the magic box we installed on your room phone. You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume. I would think getting a little light to turn green should be well within your powers.
A dread beast humming with dormant power. A handless scribe. It just needs to be soothed.
I certainly don't. It looks flirtatious. Seedy business attracts itself. Try the fogged mirror. It's a bar just to the west, along Party Alley.
Your old haunt, where you met with your former assets once upon an assignment.
I try to avoid it, personally. Before you do, I understand this is your first time back in theatre for some time. I just wanted to say, welcome back to the opera.
A humongous white block of office technology sits in front of you. It looks like a sacrificial altar made of plastic. Inside, mechanical parts are assembled in such a way that it can scream analog messages across huge distances. Image quality, and whatever remains of human patience. Your screwdriver makes short work of the starhead screws holding the side panel in place. You set them aside one by one, and gently remove the plastic panel. The holy innards of the facsimile machine reveal themselves to you like a sacrificial animal, waiting to be interpreted. You're looking at a Sugar Hill Executive Series 2, a cursed model, plagued by numerous debilities, most commonly a chronically misaligned paper tray. From the machine bowels comes a pleasing chunk. As the plastic tray slots back into its receiver, the paper belt purrs as life is restored.
Much better, thank you.
The small green light marks its status as ready. You turn away from the fax machine. The screen flickers, static turns to black. A booming voice emerges.
Did you know water covers approximately 63% of the world, but the sky covers 100%?
Wrong. The sky is only 98% sky. The other 2% is used to cover up the fact that they replaced the moon 4 times.
On screen, there appears a man with a paper bag over his head. He gesticulates wildly.
But they don't want you to know that. That's why they're coming for me. But not.
The screen warps and color shifts. Between clips of the bagman talking, a phone number flashes urgently.
I am Subcommandante Bagman, and this is the reality situation. No brakes, no filters. No cowards.
You jot down the digits as Bagman watches on.
This is a war, and I don't take orders from anyone, especially not reality.
The words, the big lie, appear in bold white letters. They pulse once, then scatter outward, as if detonated by unseen forces. The excitement, the anticipation, it's all got you feeling a little on edge.
I know all about the Boers, the techno-fascist imprints who secretly rule La Luz, weaponized nostalgia, microbial microphones, lunar obfuscation programs.
For 300 years, the Lusian elite have been producing psychic copies of themselves, all to preserve the consciousness of one man, the original techno-fascist.
What else are they hiding from us?
Now ask yourself, why is the man with the bag on his head the only one saying these things? I know all about them.
What else are they?
Now ask yourself.
The sounds from the...
I can do this. I can take you on. I'm your man. I'm your man.
The middle-aged man cranes his neck to look at the top of the pylon. You can see the blue fabric of a worker's uniform under his high-vis vest. He blinks at the interruption.
I'm a Renotel man. A certified Renotel repair technician.
Renotel, a diversified communications company local to the state of Portofino. Immediately recognizable by its dolphin logo. That thing he's carrying has got buttons. A little antenna. That's a grade A thingy, all right.
You'll have to be more specific. Seen a couple of guys who match that description. I don't think I'm tall enough to see other men's bald spots. They're quite common as well, you know? The uniform of all those type of men. You'll have to give me something else. Good point. It's been a while since I...
Pseudopod wouldn't have been here a while ago.
Right you are. I would say we're all short of one these days. That must be referring to the miracle line.
Technical talk for landline. It's connected to the network by copper wire.
It's the old payphone along the back ways, west of the dock. Must be just over a decade at this point. It's actually the last payphone in Portofino to still be running the old way. Now they've all gone wireless. The line cannot go down, not even for a second, which means it cannot be serviced or upgraded. First thing they taught me when I joined. The reason being, or so I've heard, is that Renotel would incur a bill of such whopping proportions that it could risk the whole company going under. No further details, unfortunately. The unrealized loss, they call it. The company's big secret. Knowing away at its foundation like a rat in the shadows. Sure. It's a Voskhod auto negotiator. Brand new. I can't keep up with all these futuristic devices. Lots of things. Primarily it picks up wireless networks. But it also detects radio frequencies and other electrical signals, so you can track their source. Mainly I use it to locate all terminal boxes and arteries, and diagnose any problems with them. I wish I could say that, but it's an integral part of my job. None that I know of. Which reminds me,
It won't do him much good. His body's reaching the point where aches and pains are par for the course. As you depart, the chant of "I'm your man" starts back up behind you. You pick up the payphone's handset. A dolphin emblem smiles at you, its eyes wide.
Hello and welcome to the reality situation. Before we begin, I just need to check. That's a joke, obviously. No line is secure. Your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, are not secure. Consciousness itself is tapped. Of course. What aspect of the situation did you want to ask about? Salute.
The receiver clicks back into... You step away.
Finally, someone with courtesy.
A handsome man shifts in place, glancing over his shoulder towards the tram lines.
Simple. It's just over there. I did see a man like that some days ago, I think. Near the bazaar, in fact.
Oh, sleeping brother.
You're welcome. I'm waiting on the 9. I was told it was having some problems. But it's supposed to be in service any day now. Home. I was told to take this tram here, line 9. It's supposed to be in service any day now.
Enough time to grow accustomed to new surroundings and start noticing things.
I would appreciate it. Thank you. I'll be here in the meantime.
Excuse me. Can you take a look at this?
The young woman turns from a store of party wigs and beaded a hood of burrow. She, the mouse within. The photograph shows a robust man well into his 60s. He is unremarkable save his eyes. which are magnified to commit.
Have you seen him before? You're sure? Thanks for taking a look. Wanna buy some costume accessories? My name's Malene if you need anything. Mi viejo, my dad. He's been missing a few days. Right, I should have started with that, I guess. His name's Enoch Krantz. Yeah, probably. I told him watching too much TV was making him crazy. No, I mean, that's the most likely scenario, right? Ugh, this is kind of embarrassing. My dad developed this insane theory about the payphone to the western exit of the bazaar. Dad thought certain words said into the right phone gets your attention from the wrong people. He was convinced MTER was behind it all.
MTER, aka l'Empire Sans Territoire, aka the Bank. Equal parts Global Development Fund and spy service. Linchpin of the developed world.
Dad and his friend Gilmar were big into conspiracies. They were obsessed with the reality situation. They seem pretty random. Cousins, moon, reunion. On their own, sure. Together? Gibberish. His friend Gilmar called him from that phone after he'd spent the night following around some MTER guys. He'd overheard something and was explaining it when the call just cut off. My dad went by his house the next day, but Gilmar wasn't there. Yeah. He looked for Gilmar for 2 weeks. Reported him missing to the GMs. Nothing. Bagman did an episode on them, and so Gilmar started following random people, thinking they were from the bank. Not long after, he roped my dad into it. Normal rich guy stuff. Hitting up the bars and shouting abuse at the local drunks. And then they disappeared into penthouses where they couldn't be followed. That's what Gilmar thought. He stayed out after my viejo went home. And then he called my dad around 2 in the morning. He'd overheard something and was explaining it when the call just cut off. My dad went by his house the next day, but Gilmar wasn't there. It's not funny. My dad was really freaked. Dad really believed it, though. He looked for him for 2 weeks, reported him missing to the GMs. A couple days ago, he stopped by the stall to bring me lunch. Then I wasn't nervous at first. I figured there was no risk of anything actually happening.
Washing out the container that carried homemade rice and beans. Glancing out the window above the sink as the sun goes down.
No. I mean, he just...
Momentarily, the mumbling from the nearby stalls hushes. Listening.
Anyway, you want a wig? I hear they make you fun at parties. Oh, yeah, he came by. Nice man. Talked a lot about socks. Not really. Wandered off into the bazaar. What do you mean, something's happened? Did he use the phone? Oh, well, at least you have that. Sorry. Yeah, I was kind of distracted when he showed up. Oh, that's Ultravioleta, the Lusian pop star. Always thought that type of music was too young for me, but I've been enjoying her stuff recently for some reason. No, but it's definitely her kind of title.
She peers at the disc again, blonde hair falling over her face.
Weird disc, that. Oh, you should ask Petra at the music stall over there. He'll know more. Doubt he's an ultra, though. Why? Really? You're not going to try to make a call or anything, right? No!
A few heads turn at nearby stalls, following the sudden outburst.
Of course I am.
She stares at you for a long moment.
It's the phone by the western entrance to the bazaar. Sometimes, when I'm standing here,
Her father calling from beyond. She can only ignore it for so long.
Thanks for stopping by.